Hey everyone, in this video I'm going to show you how to create skins for Trilogy from humanoid shaped models you find on the internet. So to do that, go ahead and load up a internet browser, type Blender, and go ahead and download Blender, the 3D modeling program. And then next, we'll go ahead and install Blender as well, and then go ahead and then go to atomiclollipop.com and download Trilogy skin stuff.zip. Go ahead and extract that. And then what you're going to want to do is go ahead and make a copy of this blend file. Go ahead and rename it to whatever you want to name your skin. So in this case it'll be bones. Go ahead and open that in Blender. And at this point you'll have the bone setup that I've given you guys. Even though it looks a little bit funny, it's actually set up properly to go into UE 4.26. For some reason, 4.26 hasn't been working with the regular bone orientations. So the next thing you're going to want to do is create a collection. And then in this collection, we're going to want to import the model that we found on the internet. I've actually provided a test model in the download called Bones Model, so you can use that if you'd like. Just hit import. And the next thing we're going to want to do is break the link between this mesh and its skeleton. So we'll expand this. First we'll click the mesh. We'll go to Object Properties, Relations, and then we'll clear the parent. And then we'll also do that. We'll click on the armature, and we'll go again to Object Properties Relations and clear its link to the mesh. The next thing we'll do is we'll delete the bones that came in, the skeleton that came in with this bones mesh. So we can just click this and this. Start with this, hit delete hierarchy, and now we're left off with just the mesh. Then we'll take this mesh and we'll put it into this collection, and we'll delete the collection that we created here. The next thing we want to do is connect this mesh to this skeleton. So we just click this, then we control click this. Control click the armature, so we have both the mesh first and then the armature selected. Then we want to click Control P on our keyboard out here and click with empty groups, and that will now parent the armature to the mesh, so they're connected now. And you can also confirm that here under parent. The parent is now root. So the next thing we're going to do is start weight painting the mesh onto the bones. So let's see. So I think we click this, click on the mesh, then we go to edit mode on this top left here, and we choose this on the top left, face select. And also here under select box we'll choose the select circle and change the radius to something like maybe 15. You can zoom in, and then if you alt middle click, that will recenter your rotation point on the model. So as you're working different places, it's useful to just alt click first so that you're focused on that area. So we're going to want to now find this thing called it's object data here, this tab. And we're going to be using this area here, this vertex group area, a lot right now. So what these are each one of these is one of your bones. And then from here, we're able to select a particular bone and then assign it essentially faces that operate with it, that are connected to it. So the first bone we're going to work with is the pelvis, which is this one right here. So the first thing we're going to do, actually, and probably what we're going to do is we're going to go through and clear all these first, but we're going to go ahead and hit select. You'll see it already has some stuff selected, but I'm going to go ahead and clear everything so that we can really be specific about which faces. So this kind of takes a little bit, but I'm going to go through right now and do this. So I'm going to hit pelvis, and I'm going to hit remove, then spine, select, remove. I'm just going to go through and do this. So all this is doing, it's removing the pre-assigned faces because they're not really done perfectly. Yeah, it actually saves a lot of time to go through this process like up front. Because you kind of get this muscle memory and you kind of just go through them quickly. And that's it. All right, so let's go back up to the top. Let's start with the pelvis. And so remember we're in edit mode and we've selected faces. We've chosen the circle and we've set it to a radius of 15. We've cleared everything. We've selected the vertex group, the pelvis vertex group, which is for this bone right here, the pelvis bone. And then, so we can either paint faces, which is easy by just holding down our left click and just dragging and painting, and then holding shift to add as well. Or if you have these separate pieces like this, we can just hover over it and hit L. So sometimes you can do that and it'll just select all faces connected to the face that you were just hovering over. So in this case, that works perfectly. So we're connected to pelvis. We'll hit assign, and that will assign these faces to the pelvis. We'll take it off. We'll actually just test it by hitting select, and there you go. So now we know that these faces are assigned to the pelvis now. So I'm just going to carry on and go through each bone. So we'll do the spine one. I'm also going to hide the I'm just going to hide the actual skeleton or armature just by clicking that eye. So it just makes it a little bit easier to see. And then there's also this really nice X-ray mode here where we can see faces inside. We can actually select faces by these little black dots, center of the faces, which is useful. So I'll just hold shift and I'll just add these couple like faces on the inside. Grab these, and then I'll just go back out of this mode. Grab these. Assign. Test it out. All right, that's spine 1. Here's spine 2. Just make sure nothing's, just for fun to make sure. Yeah, so nothing should be, because we already did go through and remove everything. So let's grab all this here. Whoops. We don't want to select any faces from other bones that we've already selected too, by the way. So So that'll be spine 2, assign. And then make sure. I'm actually gonna click this and shift select that, and I'm gonna, I already had selected all these, so I'm gonna hit assign. There we go. So I just modified that. So that's spine 2, all of that stuff. Now we're going to do spine 3. It's just these couple up here. Spine 3. So this is going to be clavicle left. Upper arm left, so I can just hit L on this. Assign. Lower arm left. Assign. These are the hand here, so assign those. Now we'll do the index. So this will be index 1, index 2, and then index 3, and then middle 1, middle 2, middle 3. And of course the thumb. So thumb 1, thumb 2, thumb 3. Alright, save it up. Just alt middle clicking over here. Let's do the clavicle right. Assign. Upper arm right. Lower arm. What I'm going to do is there's some extra mesh here I'm going to get rid of, so we're just going to highlight this and this. I think just right click, hit delete faces. I'll save it. Alright. Let's do hand right. Index 1, 2, and 3. There's a middle. 1, 2, and 3. And then thumb 1, thumb 2, and thumb 3. Alright. Let's do the neck. So get what we can here. We'll go into X-ray mode. Yeah, there's a couple up there. And we'll assign that to the neck. And we'll do the head. The head we can just use L in this case. So we'll hit assign. And thigh left. Now we're going to do the legs. Assign. Actually, what we need to do in this case is we're also going to combine the kneecap with this as well. So hit assign on that. Calf left. Calf twist. We just use the same for the left. It's the same piece. Hit assign. Let's do the foot. Alright, there's foot left. Let's do ball left. I'll do thigh twist, which is this one, plus this, thigh twist left, assign. Alright, now onto the right side here. This, plus the kneecap. Calf right. Same thing on that one. Now foot right. Oops. Ball right. Thigh twist right. Right, pinky left. So we're actually just going to use the same these same large pieces here. So one, two, and three, pinky, and same thing for the ring. Assign, assign, assign. And we'll have lower arm twist on the left. Upper arm twist. Let's do the right side. And these. And this one, this twist. I think we're done actually. So let's save it all up. because the IKs, I don't think we have to worry about connecting those. And then of course you can test any of them if you want, just by like clicking it and then just hitting select. So it looks like this one might have not been done correctly. So if that happens, I can just hit remove and maybe just redo this one and hit assign. So hopefully that works. Yep. So in your case, yeah, it's probably good to like go through and check them all. I might have messed something up because I was kind of going fast, but that's how you connect all the meshes to the different bones. So we'll save it up. There's all our bones again. Save. So the next thing we're going to want to do is go back into object mode at the top left here. And then we're going to want to select the mesh. And then also select the skeleton. I just control clicked the two. So now you can see that everything's highlighted. And then you want to use Control A on your keyboard. And then it's going to bring up the apply menu and then choose rotation and scale. So it'll apply rotation and scale. So you want to save that. So the next thing we're going to want to do is the way the game works is it hides material 0, and so it always expects material 0 to be the head. And that's because we attach the camera to the actual third-person body in the game. So we actually just hide the head through this kind of way of hiding material 0. So it's important when bringing in a skin to make sure we do that. So let's go ahead and do that. So click on your mesh. I think go to edit mode. And then we want to go to materials. So in this case, we already have a material. So we'll call that one head. And then we'll create a new material as well. So we have to hit this plus here to create a slot, and then hit new to create a material. And then we'll call that body. And I think we can right click this, and we can let's see, actually we can click this here and do copy material, and then click this body and do paste material. This is just for the skeleton. This obviously may change depending on the complexity of your model, but in this case we can get away with this. So they're actually identical materials now. So what we just need to do is we just need to assign certain vertices, or I'm sorry, certain faces to each one. So we'll start with the head. So what we'll do is let's see how we can do this. So we'll have it selected, and then maybe we'll just hit L on this and just hit assign. Let's see what happens. So it's selecting the whole thing. Alright, let's just try body. And we'll do select. Okay, so body has nothing. Okay. Trying to see if there's a way to do this without selecting like every face. So let's see, we'll do select, then we'll hit body. It's just a quick way. Then we'll hit assign. So now at least, oops, select. Okay, cool. So body has everything, and this. Okay. So yeah, so it automatically, if we transferred everything to body, now nothing is selected on head. So that's just kind of how this works. So now that makes this a lot easier. So now once we actually just selected everything on body, and then we went to this and we assigned it. So it basically transferred all the vertices over to body. So if we select body, we'll even have the head there, but we don't want that. So then we go back to head, and then we can just L on head, hit assign, and then boom. So now we have the head. If we hit select, that's just this piece, that material. And then if we do body, we hit select, then we have the rest of the body. So a little confusing, but I think you'll manage it. And then you can just hit save. And that's it. And so now we're actually ready to, we'll bring this back. This thing's actually ready to, we can go back to object mode. It's ready to be exported for import into Unreal. So the way to do that is first go ahead and select the mesh, and the skeleton here. So yeah, I guess you can just even just control click the two. And then you'll want to go to File, Export, FBX. And then there's a bunch of settings we have to set that are really important. So the first thing we want to do is just limit to selected objects. So that's only going to import the mesh and the skeleton that we've selected. So click that checkbox. Then you just want to use, I think it's control click or shift. So you can click other, then shift click mesh and armature while holding shift. So that will select armature, mesh, and other. Then make forward Y forward, and Z should already be set to Z up. Make sure apply unit, use space transform, and apply transform are selected. Smoothing should be edge. Under armature, deselect add leaf bones, uncheck that, and then also uncheck baked animation. Yeah, and then you can just export to like your desktop. Just hit export, and that should be it. Let's go make sure that there's actually a reasonable file size to this. So if the file's really small or there's an error importing it into Unreal, it's going to be because probably like you didn't select the things you wanted to export. You had just forgotten to select them before you exported, and the selected objects was check marked. And yeah, this looks good. So it's already 173. So yeah, this FBX is ready to be imported. So thank you very much. That will be in the next video. We will we'll be importing this into Unreal. And again, thank you for watching this video, and I'll see you then. Bye.